it's Marina, travel experta, and today we're going to be talking about Hobbitenango. Are you guys ready for an adventure? Let's begin. Hobbitenango is this village on top of a mountain outside of Antigua, Guatemala, and it is really cool. So, Hobbitenango, obviously, it comes from the movie The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings about hobbits, right? So everything looks like where the hobbits would live. In Guatemala, anything that ends with ango or something like that, we have Hocatenango, Chichicastenango, all these angos, it means place of. So Hobbitenango has that addition of what we add in Guatemala, Hobbit land, more or less, is kind of the explanation. So it's interesting. The place opened up about 6 or 7 years ago. I remember when me and my husband went there for his birthday, and we were the only people there to the point where we made reservations and they were so new. They just had this restaurant and these two little cabins that they were working on that looked like little hobbit homes that we arrived before anybody else. We were waiting for the wait staff. Today, fast forward to today, it is a zoo. And I'm not even exaggerating. So that whole mountain, at one point, they were the only ones. Now there's like 100 different places. And on weekends, it is just a madhouse. It's absolutely bonkers with the amount of people. So what do? You go on a Monday morning. And that's exactly what we did because now it's open all the time. So since we were there 7 years ago, the place not only has it grown for the people, but it has grown. It has actually become a destination almost. It's an entire village. So they have this whole restaurant where they have a buffet only on weekends because of the amount of people that go through. I mean, we're talking 3,000 people per week. I mean, it's absolutely bonkers, right? The buffet place was closed because Mondays it's pretty lax, although I was amazed the amount of people that were there. Regardless, so to get there is part of the experience, right? So you got to get to the mountain, right? You cannot get to the actual restaurant in your car. You could do it in many ways. You could either get a shuttle from Antigua that brings you to their main lot where you buy the entrance ticket. The entrance ticket is 75Q. Interestingly enough, there's a lot that you could do with it, right? A lot that is included in it. Unlike when we went to El Hato Verde, and then I have an entire podcast for that restaurant. It's 115Q, but no activities are actually included in it, like for Hobbitenango. So I'll get more into what is included in a bit. So if you get there by shuttle, then you need to pay there's another shuttle that brings you to the very top. And that is an extra price. You have to pay extra. Then you could come in your car again to the same parking lot where you'll buy your entrance bracelet. Park your car there. You have to pay for the parking. Then you still have to pay for the shuttle to take you to the top. And once you're at the top, you want to go down, you just let them know. And it comes pretty frequently to take you back down. So once you arrive, you enter Hobbitenango, right? So you have restaurants. You have this really cool bar. I mean, like, it looks like a bar out of Hobbitenango. The doors, it's really well done. Then you have like the actual you could stay there actually overnight. And they have these cabins that look like little hobbit homes. And then you can continue, and they have these little hobbit areas that look like hobbit homes, but they're open where you could eat, you could get your food and eat. You could probably even bring your own food and just eat and have like a mini picnic there. But I recommend eating their food. It's actually quite tasty. And they have alcohol, they have coffee, they have juices, they have breakfast, lunch, and they close for sunset. So at lunch and dinner is pretty much the same type of food. And so you could walk around there. Now, there's been this whole new area that's open, and it's literally like this little village where they sell all these different things. They have artisan coffees and chocolates and candies and local candies. And that's where you could also go and do their activities. They have this whole area where it is axe throwing, machete throwing, or archery. And you could do it as many times as you want, just as long as there's not that many people, because you do have to give other people a chance to go and do it. So that is all included in the entrance fee. You can walk around. They have little hiking trails. And then another cool thing that they do have is this swing. It's like this a bungee swing. It's absolutely crazy. I personally did not go on it because that's not my thing, but a lot of people did it and it was really fun. And that's also included in your entrance fee. But it's just a really cool spot to walk around. They also could walk out on the sand and take pictures when it is not cloudy, because it is so high up. The fog rolls in pretty frequently, but when it opens up to the entire view of the entire valley, the volcanoes. So it's quite spectacular up there. So you have to just expect it could be. I personally love the fog, for the fog to roll in. It really gives it that mystical feeling. So you could spend a good 3 to 4 hours there, maybe even more if you want. I really recommend coming on a weekday and in the morning, even more so, because the weekends, it is absolutely insane. And everything you want to do, you will have to wait online for. And I am just not into that at all. We went on a Monday morning and it was perfect. We had a chance to do everything we wanted. We had coffee. My son had breakfast. We checked out every little area, hung out at the bar. I mean, it was really special. Anyways, they did a really great job. So I really recommend you guys checking it out. Give yourself, again, if you have a weekday that you could do it versus a weekend, please choose that. That is my number one recommendation for you guys. All right. If you want any more ideas for really cool places to visit, experiences, go check out my website, travelexperta.com, travel expert with an A.com. And if you enjoyed this podcast, please leave me a review and make sure to share it with your friends. And remember to make every day an adventure.